So the Boston Celtics have agreed to sign Blake Griffin to a 1-year contract, bringing Blake Griffin on to the Boston Celtics. Now, I don't really know how I feel about this move, if I'm being honest. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on if you think this was a solid pickup or not. Now, Blake Griffin obviously isn't the Blake Griffin of the past. He did have moments with the Nets that were really just good. He had some great defensive moments. He had some great offensive moments. He really came in clutch in certain, key situations for them last season. But I felt more times than not he was more of a liability the last few years with the Brooklyn Nets than an actual major contributor. Now he is a savvy vet. He is a guy that he's probably not going to play a ton of minutes for the Celtics, but still, I mean, he's a guy that I just think that there could have been or still are maybe better options. If you're the Celtics, why not look at a guy like Josh Jackson, right? He could play the 3, he could play the 4. He's younger. There's a lot of questions about, just his consistency and stuff, but still, it's a low risk, high upside reward. Gallo's probably out for the season. You got Robert Williams. Now, Blake Griffin, yeah, he could play small ball center. The Nets had him do that on several occasions. I don't know. I felt like there's currently better options out there, as well as what's going to be on the buyout market. That's something to keep in mind as well, because guys like Mo Harkless are expected to be bought out by the Houston Rockets. He was traded from Atlanta to OKC and then OKC to Houston in salary clearing, and they're expecting to buy him out. And he's a solid player. He's a solid contributor. I've talked about on my Lakers channel. If you're not subscribed to the Lakers channel, go check out the Lakers channel, link in the description. But I even talked about he would be a great pickup for the Lakers, but he'd also be a great pickup for the Boston Celtics. A 3-and-D guy, yeah, he's not the greatest at from the 3-point range, shoots around 31-32%, but still, it gives you a guy that could play multiple positions. He could play the 4, he could play the 3. If you really want to go that small ball route, you could go and have him play in the small ball spot. Which I don't think they would. A little too small, but still, I mean, got size, got length. He's got a 7-foot wingspan, so he could fill that role if need be. I just think he would give you a lot bigger of a contribution than somebody like a Blake Griffin. What's going to happen with Jay Crowder? What's going to happen with guys like Rudy Gay, stuff like that. There could be some solid wing depth players that you could have signed that could play the 4, that could play the 3, kind of give Brown and Tatum that opportunity to go sit. My problem with Blake Griffin is that I'm more concerned about getting Tatum and Brown rest and being able to allow them to kind of recoup than getting another big. Blake Griffin doesn't solve having the ability to rest Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and not have to play them 40 minutes for you to win. I think Mo Harkless would have given you that. You could have had him play in the Tatum role or in the Brown role or whatever. I mean, obviously you're not going to get the scoring input, but still you're going to get the defense. You're going to get a guy that could fit into the rotations, that could still put the ball in the hoop in the right situation, stuff like that. I don't think Blake Griffin, yeah, he's improved his shot. He has his moments where he seems like a legit floor spacing big, but I don't know. I think defensively he's a real liability at times. I think there's times where if you watch some of the net games, there were times where he was literally unplayable, where you're just sitting there take this guy out of the game. It's just he's just missing assignments and just not doing what they needed to do. But he is a great passer. He is a low post threat. Still, he is a guy that can shoot the ball. I do think in the right system, in the right intangibles, stuff like that, the right sets, he can be more effective than he was on the Nets. I think some of it was also just, the positions he was put in with the Brooklyn Nets as opposed to the likely positions that he will be in with the Boston Celtics. But I don't know. I just keep defaulting back to I believe there are better options out there, or that some may come on the, might be right around the corner that they could go pick up over a Blake Griffin. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I do. I think that there were better options out there. They do have assets to maybe go make a trade, go make a move. Why not do something along those lines? Especially if it's if you can get a guy that you feel really makes you that much better and could be here for now and the future. because very likely Gallo's out for the entire season. Robert Williams is a big question mark. But you still have, like, you have Al Horford, and you got bigs in, Whiteside, something like that. I would have rather them went and go get DeMarcus Cousins or Hassan Whiteside, Tristan Thompson, something like that, to where, you basically cover your bigs rather than a Blake Griffin, which I just feel like you don't really need, because when Robert Williams comes back, you have Al Horford. So why do you need Blake Griffin? You got, Grant Williams. You got even Jason Tatum. You got guys that can play the four. I don't know why they would want or need to play Blake Griffin at a certain point. I just think Blake Griffin at one point is going to be a guy that just doesn't play at all, or if he does, he barely plays, when you could have gotten a guy like Hassan Whiteside that at least gives you the Robert Williams insurance. Because even when he does come back, chances are he's probably going to get hurt again. I just think that there's so many better alternatives that the Celtics could have went with than going and getting Blake Griffin. And look, I like Blake Griffin. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for the Boston Celtics. I just think it's a move that just doesn't really add up. Given what I think is the two biggest needs, which is you need guys that can help Brown and Tatum get some rest during an 82-game season, so that way they're not exhausted come the playoffs and the finals, and get another big man that can cover for Robert Williams, almost seemingly inevitably being out at some point. And that's a big thing too. It's like, I would have rather seen them give that money and that roster spot to, like I said, DeMarcus Cousins, Hassan Whiteside, something like that. Cousins, I think, would have been way more impactful than Blake Griffin, and he still gives you the shooting, right? He was great for the Denver Nuggets last season. I don't know why the Nuggets didn't bring him back on. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I just look at like a guy like Cousins, and I'm like, if you were going to take a chance and a risk on Blake Griffin, why not do the same thing on Cousins? And Cousins, I think, could actually get a lot of run this season and be more effective than a guy like Blake Griffin that, like what? You're going to play him a lot at the 5? Because, I mean, you're probably going to play Tatum at the 4 more than anything, because you just have that inherent mismatch, and they do that a lot in general. You got, like, Grant Williams, guys like that. It doesn't really make a ton of sense to me to play Blake, to see Blake Griffin play an ample amount of minutes. I don't really get it. I think you were better off going and waiting to see what comes out on the buyout market, or going and getting a guy like Cousins. That's just my thoughts. Again, I'm not against this entirely. And maybe Blake Griffin will be great for them. Maybe he comes in and really is like a key contributor and a key component. And like I said, he had his moments of brilliance with the Nets last year. He had that one game where he basically single-handedly helped them win that game. He got 3 key steals, hit a couple big buckets. It just, I don't know. I watched the Nets. I watched him play a lot the last few years, and it's just, I think he's more of a risk than a real key contributor at times. But those are my thoughts and opinions, and as always, I pass the question on to you. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you love this signing by the Celtics? Do you think Blake Griffin is a great pickup, and that that was great for them? Do you think not? Do you think that they should have went and got a Hassan Whiteside or a DeMarcus Cousins, or waited and seen who's on the buyout market? Maybe like a Rudy Gay, Mo Harkless, something like that. I think Rudy Gay is another great one too, because it's very possible that Utah's got to cut some guys at some point. It's like, who are they going to cut? They're not going to cut the young guys. Rudy Gay, there's already questions about him and Utah, and just him wanting out and stuff. Rudy Gay, I think, would have been a better Blake Griffin. You get the 3 and 4 combo guy. You get a guy that could shoot the 3 ball, still a veteran, still savvy. I don't know. I just think that there were better options out there. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, this move, this acquisition. But, maybe you can make it make more sense. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know. However you feel, good, bad, and the ugly, let me know down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug. Go subscribe to my second channel. Link down in the description below. As it stands, Lakers. I am a diehard Laker fan. I love talking Lakers. I could talk Lakers all day, just like I could talk about all sports all day. And I'm sure many of you watching to this point enjoy my commentary, enjoy these discussions. So go check out the Lakers channel. Even if you're not a Laker fan and you just like hearing me talk about stuff in basketball, go over there and subscribe. A link down in the description below. I promise you won't be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.